In the last few videos, we've been teaching Claude how to become a better development partner. First, we introduced memory so Claude could understand our project without starting from scratch every time. Then we explored context, where Claude learned to focus only on the information relevant to the current task. After that came planning, helping Claude think before taking action instead of immediately generating code. And finally, we learned skills, allowing us to create reusable instructions for common development tasks. So here's a question. If Claude already understands our project, if it already knows what to focus on, and we already have skills, what problem are subagents actually solving? Let's find out. Let's continue with our Tech Haven project. Imagine you're building a new wishlist feature. You ask Claude to review your implementation, then generate unit tests, then update the documentation. After that, perform a security review, and finally suggest some performance improvements. None of these tasks are wrong. In fact, we ask Claude to do this almost every day. But there's one problem. Everything is happening inside the same conversation. The same context keeps growing. And as that context grows, Claude has more and more information to keep track of. At this point, you might be wondering, can't skills solve this problem? The answer is not completely. Skills are excellent at teaching Claude how to perform a specific task. You can create a code review skill, a test generation skill, or a documentation skill. But here's the important part. Every skill still works inside the same conversation. They all share the same context. Skills make Claude more capable, but they don't reduce the amount of context Claude has to manage. So the real question becomes, what if every specialized task had its own context? Let's think about this for a moment. Imagine every task you're giving Claude, code review, testing, documentation, security analysis, is all happening inside the same workspace. Every task adds more information, more files, more conversations, more decisions. Eventually, Claude has to keep track of everything at once. But what if, instead of sharing one large workspace, every specialized task had its own workspace? A workspace containing only the information required for that task. That's the problem Claude is trying to solve. And this is exactly where sub-agents come in. Instead of asking the main Claude agent to perform every task inside the same conversation, Claude creates a specialized worker. That worker receives only the context required for its specific task. It performs the work independently, then returns the result back to the main Claude agent. The main conversation stays clean, the specialized work stays isolated, and Claude can focus on coordinating the overall solution. That's why sub-agents aren't just reusable prompts. They're independent workers with their own context. Let's see how Claude Code brings this concept to life. Claude Code introduces something called sub-agents. A sub-agent is a specialized Claude worker that has its own instructions, its own tool permissions, and most importantly, its own working context. Whenever Claude recognizes that a task is better handled by a specialist, it can delegate that task to the appropriate sub-agent. The sub-agent completes its work independently, returns the result, and the main Claude agent continues coordinating the overall solution. So instead of one giant conversation trying to solve everything, Claude creates focused workers for focused tasks. Now that we've understood the theory behind sub-agents, let's see how they actually work in Claude Code. Inside the VS Code extension, I'll type /agents. Since this is the first time I'm using sub-agents for this project, Claude asks me to open the agent manager from the terminal. So I'll switch to the Claude Code terminal and run the /agents command there. This opens the agent manager. By default, we're on the running tab. Since we haven't delegated any work yet, there are no active sub-agents running. Let's switch over to the library tab. Here, Claude provides a collection of built-in agents, and there's also an option to create our own custom sub-agent. Let's create one. Claude first asks where we want to create this agent. You can choose project scope, which makes the agent available only for the current project, or personal scope, which makes it available across all your projects. For this demo, I'll choose project scope. Now, one feature that I really like is generate from description. Instead of manually writing all the instructions, you simply describe what you want the agent to do, and Claude generates the complete agent for you. Personally, I recommend using this approach because it gives you an excellent starting point that you can always customize later. I'll describe the responsibilities of the agent and let Claude generate it. During the generation process, Claude asks which tools this agent should be allowed to use. If required, you can also configure advanced tool permissions for more granular control. Next, I'll choose the model that this agent should use, assign a color so it's easy to identify while it's running, and continue. Within a few moments, Claude generates the complete subagent. Before saving it, you can review all the generated instructions, make any modifications if needed, and then save it. Similarly, you can create as many specialized agents as your workflow requires. Now let's quickly look at what Claude created behind the scenes. Once the agent is created, Claude stores it as a simple Markdown file. Don't let that scare you. There's nothing complicated here. At the top, you'll find a few configuration fields. The name identifies the agent. The description tells Claude when this agent should be used. This is important because Claude uses that description when deciding which sub-agent to delegate a task to. Next, we define which tools this agent is allowed to use. And finally, we write the instructions. Think of these as permanent prompts. Every time Claude delegates work to this agent, these instructions automatically become part of its context. Since it's just a markdown file, you can edit and version control it like any other project file. Now that our agents are ready, let's see them in action. Instead of asking Claude to perform one task at a time, I'll give it a more realistic developer workflow. I'll ask Claude to review the implementation and generate API documentation for the newly added endpoint in a single request. In a real world project, this workflow could be even larger. Claude might write the code, generate test cases, perform a code review, and prepare documentation as part of one coordinated workflow. Notice what happens. Claude first analyzes the request to understand the overall task. It starts with the built-in Explorer agent to understand the project and determine how the work should be divided. Once the analysis is complete, Claude automatically delegates specialized work. Here we can see the code quality reviewer and the API documentation writer starting their work in parallel. Each subagent gets its own isolated working context. They can reason independently, access only the tools they are allowed to use, and focus entirely on their specialized responsibility without polluting the main conversation. Now, if I open slash agents again, at the top, we still have the main thread, which is coordinating the overall workflow. And below that, we can see the active subagents that Claude has spawned to perform the delegated work. I can even switch into one of these running agents. Here we are looking directly at the API documentation writer. Notice that it has its own conversation, its own reasoning process, and its own isolated working context. This context is completely independent of both the main thread and every other subagent. Once each subagent finishes its work, the results are returned to the main thread. Claude then synthesizes all of those independent outputs into a single final response. As you can see, the generated code review and the API documentation are both ready, even though they were completed independently by different specialized agents. And that's the real power of Claude Code Sub Agents. Instead of one massive conversation trying to solve every problem, Claude delegates specialized work to focused AI workers, lets each of them operate inside its own isolated context, and then intelligently combines their results into one coherent solution. Once you start building larger applications or working with more complex development workflows, this approach doesn't just improve organization. It fundamentally changes how effectively AI can collaborate with you as a software engineer. Before we wrap up, here's one idea I want you to remember. Claude Code Sub Agents are not just custom prompts. They are specialized AI workers with their own instructions, tools, and isolated working context. Instead of one AI trying to do everything, Claude delegates work to specialists, lets them work independently, and then combines their results into one final solution. That's what makes subagents so powerful. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.